Hey everybody, how are you? It's Peter again for MLB Trade Rumors and Discussions. I just made my baseball video a few minutes ago, but I really want to talk about the NFL right now. And I want to talk about Ceedee Lamb. I'm going to make this very quick for you guys and a lot of the people who was shitting on. They had an interview with Ceedee Lamb today, or the other day, excuse me. They had an interview with Ceedee Lamb, and Ceedee Lamb said he would love to be on the Arizona Cardinals. But what he threw out there, right? And this is why I think Arizona is going to draft him. What he was throwing out there was how much he would love to play under Larry Fitzgerald and DeAndre Hopkins, and he knows the comparisons he gets to DeAndre Hopkins. So he said everything that I've been saying forever. Just imagine a four receiver set of Hopkins and him left and right. That is 1 and 1A. The comparison is right there. He plays like DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, he didn't play in the NFL yet. Of course, you don't know, but he has the ability to be like a DeAndre Hopkins. That's how good he is. But what I love that he's going on record saying this, talking about he wants to be like the little bro of the team, that he can learn from Larry Fitzgerald. That's exactly what we're looking for. Don't you think the GM of the Cardinals is not paying attention? Steve is not saying, oh, this guy is going on there. They are going to get Ceedee Lamb. They are not stupid. They have to go out and get this guy. They're listening to him. Murray is in the GM's ear saying, hey, listen, this guy wants to be here. This guy's talking about it. All the rumors are there. He knows it'll fit. This fits perfectly for the Arizona Cardinals. Please, guys, understand what I'm saying with the offensive line is important, but Ceedee Lamb is just like if you can restart your draft one day and you knew DeAndre Hopkins was going to be DeAndre Hopkins, wouldn't you draft him over an offensive lineman? Right? If you knew you had a DeAndre Hopkins guy ready to be drafted and you said, wow, well, we have a sort of DeAndre Hopkins, but maybe we need somebody to block for them. No, you hope you find somebody else later on and you get a DeAndre Hopkins, right? So if you can mirror a DeAndre Hopkins left and right, I mean, why wouldn't you do it? That's a nightmare for cornerbacks. It's a nightmare for defenses. And then you got Larry up the middle, Drake getting ready for the screen, and Murray back there. Don't forget Kirk. Don't forget Isabella that can fly. I mean, just the offense. I cannot wait to watch. It's a fantasy night party, but it's a nightmare for defenses because if you're watching the game, right? If you're looking, Murray has so many options, and what Murray's going to do to be a Hall of Fame quarterback to step up is he's going to cut down those mistakes, right? The reason why it's important is because Murray felt like he had to do everything last year, right? He had to do so much with his feet because of the line, and then because he felt like there was no receiver stepping up besides Larry Fitzgerald. Kirk wasn't healthy. He only stepped up really one game. So they needed somebody else to step up. And besides Keyshawn Johnson, who played well, rookies, Farrell Cooper here and there, Trent Sheffield was all right, but they didn't get what they needed to get. Their tight end, Clay, was just okay. They needed other guys to step up. David Johnson couldn't run the goddamn ball. Why do you think the Arizona offense clicked when Drake got there? Because finally, Kyler was like, it's not just me and Larry. You know, finally somebody can catch the ball running at the same time. David can catch great, but his running wasn't there. So they weren't respecting that. Now with Drake, they had to respect that, and they had to respect the speed of Murray. So if you respect the speed of Murray with DeAndre and Lamb, I don't even know what's going to happen. That's the truth. So I don't know, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that because I'm extremely excited, and it's just I can't wait for this draft. I can't because I'm dying to see where Arizona is going with this future. I'm looking at the GM, and he was criticized, Steve, for spending a lot of money on defense. Let me tell you why he spends the money on the defense, okay? This is his last shot. He doesn't have any more shots. If the Arizona Cardinals mess this up in the next year and a half, if they don't win, he's gone, right? Because then they're screwed with some of these contracts. But I get why he did it. You know, he had the money, and he was looking for players, and he wants the defense had no choice but to get better, right? They had to get better. So I like the move for Phillips. I love that, you know, but I get the other moves were like question marks. But what do you want this guy to do at this point? If your job was on the line and you got the money, you're looking for the best players, some guys who have the potential that you've seen, and you're just hoping that it'll help. You know, when you got Chandler Jones, and then you're gonna draft a few defenders eventually, right, later on in the draft. So with Patrick Peterson, playing a full season, you're gonna hope things get better. But you needed to get somebody else because the move for Suggs was awful. And I'm going to be the first one to say I was excited for it. I thought this guy coming to Arizona was going to change the defense, bring a veteran ability to him. But what did he do? Nothing. That shit was awful watching him there. It's like he had no energy, nothing. And I was shocked at that because he's a fucking amazing player. But it just didn't fit. Sometimes it doesn't fit. So I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely hyped to see what the Cardinals do. It's almost like the offensive line makes sense. It's very hard to pass on a great defender in Brown. You could completely get him. He's a beast on the line. I get that also. But who is going to give you the most bang for the buck? That's Ceedee Lam. And that's because he's going to give you the 3 big letters, and that's YAC, right? The yards after the catch are what you're looking for. So when Larry retires and if Kirk doesn't do well, now you have Hopkins and him. It would suck if Hopkins has to play in another year and Larry retired and he looks to his right and he sees just like Isabella and other guys. So what do you think is going to happen to Hopkins? That shit's going to be double teamed, right? Injuries happen. So you have to make sure you take care of Kyler and you take care of DeAndre. Take the pressure off this guy. That's all I'm saying. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.